So for this week, we're going to talk about our electrical woes, mainly on the 110 volt side. I won't talk about the procurement issues for the transformer and the stabilizer. In case you don't know, the electrician put in the wires for 110 volts. This is actually 1/4 the thickness of what it should be. Ideally, it should have been 4 square millimeter gauge, and then it's 1. And the problem with this is that you can maximum use 500 watts with these wires, probably, or 800. That's what our 110 volts person said. And beyond that, it could lead to fire issues, fire accidents. And the best outcome is maybe this will trip, the wire will burn, and then that's it. The worst case is you know what it is. So even on the 220 side, part of it is 2.5 square millimeter, part of it is 1.6 square millimeter. I don't know what they have done. And through my contact in Bangalore, I got a set of new electricians, and they looked at it and they found out by pulling the wires that almost all the wires have water damage. They've changed colors, and they have joined wires together for the underground, and there's water damage. It could lead to electricity leaks. I'll add the videos for all those. We pulled out the next wire. As you can see, it's blue. This is all going underground under the UPVC pipe to outside. Starts with being blue. You can see this is where it starts. Blue. Right? So it goes here, goes here, goes here. You start to look closely until here it's blue. And then, ta-da, here is the magic. Suddenly it goes from blue to, there you go, black, because of all the water damage in the pipe. From here, it's black all the way. Pretty much the whole thing is black from the water damage. This entire thing is black, and hopefully you can see the water in this, because this is even more wet. This whole wire is black now. That's how bad the water damage is. So this entire bunch of wires, this one blue to black, this one yellow or red to black, pretty much from water damages. These wires are all going underground, and you can see just in one wire how many joints are there. This is the second wire, there's a joint there. With the pipe full of water and with these joints, the problem is that there'll definitely be a leak, and worse, if it gets worse over time, you set your foot on the floor, there could be an electric shock. What they have recommended is pretty much trash all this and redo both 110 and 220. More importantly, don't do it underground and from the same junction, because if there is a trip because of the wires that are concealed under the ground, they are saying that the whole circuit will get impacted, could get impacted. So they're going to split it on the outside and have a separate line going for outside lights. So net we're going to spend significantly again to redo all this wiring, 110 volts and 220 volts, and hopefully we can clean this all up in the next 10 days. And what is annoying is this blunder this is probably among the top 3 blunders ever in construction, in my opinion. The electrical design team says they gave only 4 square millimeter, but the electrician says they gave 1 square millimeter, and GNA is sort of scratching their heads as to what happened. Ultimately, it's up to his clients. To find this out and then fix it. In our case, we got so lucky because the 110 volts transformer guy who we work with, who we have worked with for the last 10 years, he came and took a one look and said, in this choicest of words, Who the hell did this kind of mistake? It's a 101 rookie mistake that any electrician apprentice should know.
110 का जगह आपका जो वायरिंग किए है बहुत पतला वायर लगा है. मिनिमम आपको 4 स्क्वायर का वायर लगाना चाहिए. 1 स्क्वायर mm का लगा है तो कहाँ से लोड होगा? जब 110 का जगह करंट डबल हो जाएगा आपको. 230 में 2.5 वोल्टेज स्क्वायर का आप वायर लगाए लाइटिंग के लिए, तो यहाँ पे 110 के लिए 1 स्क्वायर क्यों लगाए आप? तो उसको तो 3 फेस मिनिमम चाहिए ना. जब वो 3 फेस लेंगे आपको 3 फेस सप्लाई 110 चाहिए, तो 3 फेस इनपुट और आउटपुट के लिए कुछ आप वायर एंट्री के लिए भी जगह छोड़ना चाहिए था. वायर एंट्री भी नहीं है वहां पे, अभी पूरा काटना है उसको.
इसमें एक ही फेस वो भी बोल दीजिए यहाँ पे.
नहीं वो ये बोल दे 3 फेस बोले तो वो समझ जाएगा.
Essentially, if it's 110 volts, it will carry twice the current for the same power, which means the wire has to be at least twice as thick. Instead of 2.5, it should be at least 4. That's what they're saying. Alright, that's for this week, and hopefully once we fix this and redo all the PVC piping outside, redo all the electrical wires outside as well as inside, we should be good to go. And when you talk to GNA asking, and one other thing is there are switches all over the place, there's no wall that is empty. When you ask GNA about why do we have so many switches, sorry, the design people about why do we have so many switches, they said GNA Architects reviewed it. But GNA Architects didn't say anything to us or review anything with us. We found all of this at the site only as to where the switches are going. By that time we were too late. Of course we asked for the switches diagram, but we were so tired with all the mess-ups that we didn't know what to prioritize and what not. Towards the end of the project we were literally praying that nothing more should go wrong, and hopefully everything comes out smooth, because GNA for sure wasn't looking at it. So what we are trying to do is, for example, this is one wall. There were switches all over at eye level, plug point switches at eye level. We are going to close it, redo it, and then move it to a lower level here. And if you have a furniture, this will be hidden. So this wall would be used for some painting or something like that. And similarly on the other side, you can see there are plug points, AC points, everything on this side at an eye level, so you can't even hang a photo there. So what we are trying to do is we're redoing all this, and we are moving it to this corner so it's not visible to the eye, and hopefully we'll move everything down, but we're deciding whether we should have switches up or down, so that's why you have 2 holes there, otherwise we'll fix this. We are essentially redoing the entire electrical stuff outside, and I'll show it in some other video, but you get the gist of it. So pretty much every wall here has switches, and even they know, GNA people know that they came here to hang a picture somewhere, and they didn't know where to hang because there were switches everywhere. I'm sure if you look at their houses, there are the architects' own houses. It's not like that. It's there on Facebook, but because it's clients' houses, they don't care. And worse, the electrical design team said their architect reviewed it. Architect didn't even bother to tell us, and to this day there's no answer as to why they didn't tell us. So they probably didn't even see, and then just threw it to the side. And the weird thing is, the design people, GNA brought the design people to the site once, I was so angry with all this 110 volts mishaps, and they said the electrical wiring outside is all wrong. It should be at least under 2 feet, and the electrician has done it in like 6 inches or less. And that's not even the bad part. He didn't even seal the UPVC pipes properly, and that's why you'll see all the wires that are supposed to be blue or red is actually black because of the water damages. I guess this is not normal, but as you can see, just like I worked on plumbing and an external plumbing and septic tank, here is the work for electrical that's happening. And if you want to work with any of those well-known architects, please make sure that you review the diagram once, twice, thrice, and don't sign off until you're happy. And visit the site often. Make sure that only whatever you approve of is happening at the site, and don't be like us, hoping for the outcome to be to your taste. That's a recipe for disaster. Have a good day. Bye-bye.